Isang mapagpalang araw at magandang araw sa ating taga-subaybay ng ating programang Seed of the Sower. We welcome you to this new episode of our Seed of the Sower YouTube channel. At sa araw na ito ay kakaiba ang ating episode ngayon sapagkat mayroon tayong panauhin na isa sa mga leader natin sa ating lungsod ng Baguio. Sa usaping leadership, sa usaping spiritual, tayo bilang mga lingkod ng Diyos ay mga servant leader. Yung mga namumuno sa atin sa civil society ay mga leader din yan. Kaya ang katangian nila bilang mga leader ay sila ay lingkod ng komunidad o lingkod ng lungsod. They can be called also servant of the people and servant of God. Sapagkat ang ating Biblia, ang sabi sa Romans chapter 12 ay bilang mga tagasunod ni Kristo, magpasakop tayo sa authority. We should be under the rule of law at pasakop tayo sa ating namumuno. Ngayon, ang ating kapanayam, ang aking guest ngayon ay si Vice Mayor Faustino Olowan ng Baguio City, Vice Mayor ng Baguio City. So, pakinggan natin ang aking interview sa kanya bilang lingkod ng ating lungsod ng Baguio. Narito po tayo ngayon sa nakakaibang episode kasi I'll be interviewing the Vice Mayor, being the Chief Legislative Officer of the city. Kung ano pwedeng programa sa public servant is service for the Lord. So, a public servant or servant leader, tanungin natin sa kanya kung ano mga legislative agenda na i-improve pa niya at anong nagawa niya. Kilala naman namin si Vice Mayor before he became the Vice Mayor. Naging councilor siya for so many terms. The NECO director, so hindi ko na siguro habaan yung introduction sa kanya. So Vice, pwede kang bumati, Vice.
Of course, kasamang Mario, magandang umaga po sa inyong programa at sa lahat ng nanonood sa programa mo. And of course, to our constituent in the city of Baguio and the province of Benguet.
Vice, ikwento mo lang sa amin yung being the Chief Legislative Officer ng city. Ano na mga track record mo na nabigay sa ating constituencies sa city of Baguio?
Simulain natin, pag-upo natin bilang Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer of the City Council. Of course, I learned a lot being a councilor for 4 consecutive terms. So, of course, we have to prepare the different committees of the council and see to it that these committees will be, of course, bagay doon sa uupo na chairman. So that is what we have done, and of course, ibang leadership naman tayo. We see to it that the guidelines in crafting resolutions and ordinances under my stewardship, of course, first we have to study the 16-point agenda of the present administration. Then, of course, it would be in line with my program when we have been campaigning. Ako po ay naniniwala ako sa authentic humanism. When we say authentic humanism, of course, there must be decent housing. There must be program on education. Education for all. And of course, the universal health care. And we will see to it that all these programs must be complied with. Of course, God-fearing, of course. So what have we done in the past 2.5 years? We crafted the ordinances and I started it by myself. So we focus first on education. Anong ginawa po natin sa education? We crafted an ordinance that is catering for allowances for poor but deserving students. So we approved an ordinance which I authored, and I asked the all councilors to be co-authors. So we approved that, and it's being implemented now. The financial assistance to Baguio students, that is 6,000 per semester. So that is what we have done. In terms of, we also introduced, together with Councilor Ocales, ni-introduce po natin yung pag-modernize doon sa city library ng syudad. So we approve also an ordinance for the modernization of the city library. Then we have to address tourism. Sa syudad ng Baguio is almost tayo ay nagdidepend doon sa income natin ng tourism.
Well, one of the tourist destination.
Yes, so we have to approve also the investment code of the city. Of course, we have to introduce ordinances like sana po magiging regular ang tourism office as a department.
Okay.
To really focus on the tourism development and industry in our city as compared to the city of Puerto Princesa. So maganda ang tourism office nila doon, and we want that it be patterned in the city of Baguio. Mayroon naman tayong ginagawang programa ng entire country na pwedeng gayain ang mga tourism program in other cities like Puerto Princesa, which I believe very applicable in the city of Baguio. So we have to address the housing problem dito sa syudad. Daming mga squatters, informal settlers who are residing in areas that is supposedly not intended for housing. So we, the officialdom of the city, continued and approved and worked hard for the low-cost housing at Irisan. Last Sunday, kasamang we have a groundbreaking on the development, the site development. So that is also a good for the city.
Mga ilang to, Vice? Ilang housing?
Mga around 210. So that will cater for this displaced individuals, like those affected by the road widening, etc., and the road right-of-ways. So yun ang Then we have also to address the infrastructure. Ang city government officials, of course, we are including Congressman Mark and the mayor, Benji Magalong. There are lined up infrastructure projects. I think the city, including those source from outside, from senators, from the office of the president, almost billions of projects are being lined up for the city, and it will be implemented this year. So yun po ang natin, and we have to support. And alam mo, Mar, may development sa City Council. Alam mo kung bakit? Most of the resolutions, ordinances, are authored by all members of the august body, including me. So what does that signify? That signifies that we are working hand in hand in approving resolutions, ordinances for the good of our constituent and the city of Baguio.
Maganda yung mga programa mo, Vice. Ngayon, ano lang ako, iba ako kasi, the mayor, there is the chief executive, at saka yung vice mayor, which is the presiding officer of the legislative body. Magkaiba ang partido niyo, Vice, di ba?
Yeah.
Paano nyo magandang harmonious relationship?
Mar, after the election, Siyempre, hindi panalo, hindi mapalad yung mayor namin. So we have a mayor that belongs to other party.
Yes, yes.
At siya lang ang panalo doon. Our mayor is a general who also very willing to serve. So I made a commitment to him. Sabi ko, I was watching your interview in the ABS-CBN or ANC, and perhaps it is in line with my system of governance. So we have a seminar of all elected officials in Clark with the assistance of the different department heads and assistant department heads and the division chief. So we came up with 16-point agenda of the city, which of course good governance, consultative governance, and government for the people and for the people. So yun ang basihan. So I think all contributed. So when you say all contributed, that means to say na susuporta. Kaya nga when we distributed the committees, each committee in the city council came up with legislations. So that is what we are doing now. We are also following the legislations which we have submitted and approved.
Oh, okay. So maganda, no? Kasi sa mga previous o sa ibang mga cities tsaka lungsod, pag kontrapartido mayor tsaka vice mayor, medyo may conflict. So maganda dito sa inyo relationship with the kung sakali malwa na re-elect ka vice, at ang mayor mo iba rin, siguro ganun din siguro ang ating di ba?
Of course, kung mangyari man yan, siyempre hindi natin alam. It's only even destination yan. I hope I could make it again, so that I will continue with the legislations which we have started. There are other pending legislations which I believe it's not yet approved and on the process of to be approved. So we cannot just say we will approve it. So sana I'm appealing to the public, bibigyan niyo uli ako ng isang term. I will honor our covenant, our contract with you, and it would be a continuity of the good job which we have started.
Amen. So ayan, ayan mga kababayan, aking mga taga-subaybayan ng ating programa, narinig yung ating Vice Mayor. So, napakaganda ng kanyang adikain para sa ating lungsod. So, Vice, as a parting words, pwede ko nang sabihin, matatapos na tayo.
Of course, nagpapasalamat ako kay kasamang Mar. Alam mo naman, we have been together since 2001.
Yeah.
So, yung mga kasama natin dyan, I hope you would extend your support to me. And of course, I'm doing my best. I'm a good servant. I'm doing it in a way that it would be acceptable. I am a person that believes in consultative, in accountability, and good governance, and of course, a God-fearing politician.
Amen. So, Vice, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
And God bless all your